Hello my friends, I'm Bee and this is Bee's Intuition, and today we're just going to do river spirit messages, okay? Let's just dive right in. There's going to be a lot of background noise because it is the weekend and everybody's out enjoying the weather, but I figured I should get outside before the heat wave strikes, which will be during this week. I'm not looking forward to it. I'll probably have to do inside readings just because of my chronic illness, and extreme heat probably will not mix very well. So, yeah, let's just dive right in, okay? Please and thank you, Spirit, River Spirit. What do you have for the collective? Please and thank you, River Spirit. Please and thank you. What messages do you have for the collective? Please and thank you, River Spirit. Please and thank you, River Spirit. What messages do you have for the collective? Please and thank you. Please and thank you, Spirit. What do you have for the collective today? Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, River Spirit. Maybe I'll have to use my other deck. Please and thank you, River Spirit. Oh, that's way too many. I'll keep that one. Okay. 8 of Pentacles, working on something that is about to pay off. Strength card, okay. Any other messages? Please and thank you, River Spirit, for the collective. Please and thank you. Anything else? Please and thank you. Maybe just one more card. Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, River Spirit. Please and thank you, River. Yeah, that's way too many. Just one card. Please and thank you, River Spirit. 1 or 2 will be perfect. Okay, thank you. You know what? This one came out in the reverse. I'm going to say reverse. So, we have 8 of Pentacles, Strength card, 5 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Swords came out in the reverse, which I think is a very good thing. Bottom of the deck energy is the 7 of Wands. Okay. So off the bat, oh my gosh, I can't talk. The 8 of Pentacles is telling me that you've been working on something that is about to pay off. The Strength card, I feel like is telling me about your personality. You know, somebody that's courageous and strong, and that's like within you. 5 of Pentacles, you may have been experiencing some financial difficulties or financial stress, or this could be related to anything that has to do with your own stability, security. And then that 9 of Swords in the reverse is telling me that you're coming out of a time of anxiety, and overthinking and like worrying about a lot, you know? So let's just start clarifying. Please and thank you, Spirit. What do you have for the 8 of Pentacles? Please and thank you. Please and thank you, River Spirit. Thank you. The Hierophant. Okay, that's an interesting one for the 8 of Pentacles. Well, this could have something to do with your spiritual wisdom. Perhaps there's a project that is related to your own spirituality that is granting you wisdom and experience. Anything else for that 8 of Pentacles? Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, River Spirit. I was going to do some scrying today, but I feel like because there's so much distractions around me, I don't think I'd be able to get into the mindset of it, you know? 5 of Wands. This could be internal conflict. Potentially competition within the workplace. If you're like, if this, what you've been working on is in the workplace, it feels like it could have to do with competition. So people may be trying to be competitive with you. Which I would personally take as a compliment, because that means that you're doing a good job and people want to, you know, they feel the need to compete with you. So that, I feel like, speaks for itself. Anything else for that 8 of Pentacles? Please and thank you, Spirit. What is this one? The Emperor. Oh, well, that's why people want to compete with you. They see how powerful you are. I mean, the Emperor could, if this is within a workplace, it's possible that there could be conflict with a boss, but I'm not necessarily getting that. If anything, I feel like you could be up for a promotion of some sort because you're so powerful. I'm really reading this as your energy. The Emperor here. and that Hierophant. You seem like very wise, experienced, and like not only are you spiritual, but like you, I don't know how to word this. Okay, I'm just gonna say what's coming to mind. You won't back down from a fight. If you feel like you're in the right, you're the type of spiritual person that, yeah, is not afraid of conflict, is not afraid of saying the truth or what needs to be said. Like, it feels like very much like you have this power behind your spirituality. I don't think, and maybe that's something that people sort of get confused with. So when it comes to your spirituality, some people take spirituality as a sign of weakness, as if their spirituality makes them too soft and too vulnerable. And so I feel like you're the type of spiritual person that has a good balance. You know, you're not empathetic to the degree of putting yourself in harm's way, or you're not empathetic to the degree of putting others before yourself at all times, you know? It feels like very much like you have like this, I'm even almost getting now, because it's the Hierophant, the Five of Wands, and the Emperor. It could be that you're having a conflict within you about like balancing those two parts of yourself, like the spiritual wisdom and the life wisdom. I'm almost getting at like, you know, like, what's it called? Like street smarts. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Street smarts is kind of the energy of that Emperor that's coming up right now. So it's like maybe you're having to like sort of balance between those two, and you're like, they're both maybe powerful personality traits, and so it's like they maybe conflict with each other. But yeah, if it does have to do with like workplace competition, or just competition in general, where it's like whatever you've been working on, it feels very much like the reason that people are competing with you is because they see you as a threat. And that's actually a good thing, because that means that you're doing a good job. That means that you are making progress where this person feels like they aren't, or people, if it's multiple. Yeah, I kind of want to see what else. Actually, before I do, Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You could be getting a message from somebody, a flirtatious message. What else do you want to include about that Eight of Pentacles? Okay, this one wants to come out. Six of Cups. That seems a little bit out of place for the message I was getting, but I could be wrong with that message. I always am open to being wrong. That's how you learn, right? Oh, okay. This could also just be telling you that you're protected. That you're protected during this time if you're worried about workplace competition or other types of competition around you. You're protected by the divine. And maybe it has to do something with pure intentions as well, because these two children here are just like exchanging flowers, and they're just like being cute little babies. And so it's like there may be a pureness of heart that you have, and for that reason the divine is protecting you. Okay, let's see. Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck. For some reason, this feels more like an energy that's like connected to you in some way. I feel like you've been an inspiration to others, opening up other people's minds to a spiritual awakening, spiritual progress, spiritual awareness even. Yeah, it's almost like you show people a different way to live. Maybe they thought that life had to be one way, but you're showing people that there are alternative ways to living and that you don't have to live according to what society expects of you. I feel like you're very inspirational during this time, especially because you're in such a powerful mode right now. I feel like a lot of people look up to you, and maybe some of that competition is secret admiration, you know? And maybe they feel like they can't express their admiration for you, so they'd rather compete with you. So that could even be a sign of admiration for your work and what you've accomplished, or what you are currently accomplishing. Is there anything else you want to tell me about this Eight of Pentacles? Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, River Spirit. Is there anything else that you would like to tell me about this Eight of Pentacles for the collective? Please and thank you. Now the Knight of Wands came out in the reverse. Somebody may be afraid of their... Ooh. I'm getting the message that somebody's probably afraid of their attraction to you and afraid of like flirting with you. And I'm getting, if that Emperor card and that Hierophant, because those are both like more mature, like, how do I word this? When it comes to the Hierophant and the Emperor, those are both like powerful people within their realms, you know, and they're looked up to by others because of what they've accomplished, the knowledge that they have, and so they could very well be indicating like a manager, a boss, somebody that's above you, and that Five of Wands could be indicating their own conflict within themselves. And if they're afraid of their attraction to you, that would make perfect sense, especially if they're in some sort of position of power over you. They may think that there's a, you know, power imbalance and they don't want to take advantage of that. And it's like, I'm definitely getting that energy too. So it's there's definitely a few different stories going on here. Take it as it best applies to you personally, but and then that would kind of make more sense too with the Six of Cups, because I get the Six of Cups like usually like, well, it can have to do with people from the past, but honestly, I'm getting like more inner child energy from this. Like, I feel like you bring out this person's inner child, and that's something that's very special to them. Maybe it's a part of themselves that they don't let anyone else see, or they don't, it's not something that they just expose, or, you know, like, or frequently tap into that part of themselves, but like you bring that out in them. It's a very positive energy. Yeah, so it's like, okay, so that's definitely the other message going on here, is that this could be somebody that's in a power position that is afraid of their attraction to you and afraid of like flirting with you because of the repercussions potentially. And that could also, because the Knight of Wands is about passions, and if this is some sort of passion project you've been working on, and that is not indicating some sort of manager, or, you know, boss or whoever, this could be even your fear of going for the things that you're passionate about. But again, there's like that message about the Six of Cups, like you're protected, you're okay if you want to go forward and go for those things that you're passionate about, such as passion projects, or, you know, those things that motivate you to go forward, to act upon something. So that could be causing some sort of like conflict within yourself. King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I'm almost thinking that this could very well be some sort of romantic sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, the Hierophant does have to do with like commitment, traditional commitment. So it is very possible that somebody, like, especially if they're in like a position of power, they could be like, they want a traditional commitment with you, but they also have this this role that they have to fulfill of being mature, of being possibly even stoic and removed from their emotions. And it's like, but they have really deep emotions for you. And that Six of Cups, I feel like, emphasizes that their love runs deep when it comes to you. You touch them in their heart in ways that I feel like not everybody does. Because, especially if they're showing up as this emperor, he has a whole suit of armor on underneath his, like, robes or whatever. He has a full suit of armor on. So it's like he's supposed to be strong. He's supposed to be, maybe even cut off from their emotions to a degree, especially depending on what their role is. If this is some sort of boss sort of figure. And so it's like you speak to their heart, you speak to their feelings, you evoke those feelings. And I feel like maybe that's even kind of scary to this person. Because like it feels almost vulnerable. Like you make them feel vulnerable. But not even necessarily in a bad way. It's like, I think it's good, but it causes conflict for this person. And if this has to do with you being the boss of like whatever area that you're working in, this could be indicating that, for one, you being in boss mode is probably attracting people. So this could be somebody that wants to get a piece of that. But it could also be, I'm getting like this could be a friend or family member or coworker that encourages you in some way, that you feel connected to emotionally, and that feels connected to you emotionally. It doesn't even have to be romantic. It could just be like maybe somebody that you really care for, or somebody that really cares for you, and they're trying to encourage you to act upon these things that you may be afraid to do. But yeah, those are like the two main storylines that I'm getting with that. That's pretty cool. I wasn't really expecting that for the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, let's move on to this Strength card here. Strength card. Okay, clarify that Strength card for me, please and thank you, River Spirit. Please and thank you. What do you have for that Strength card, please and thank you, River Spirit? So I'm getting a message before the cards came out. I was actually, if this has to do with some sort of like manager, boss, somebody in power having these feelings for you, the Strength card could indicate a couple things for this person. It could indicate that this person has to be strong around you, not give in to temptation, not give in to those feelings or whatever is going on. But the Strength card represents Leo, and Leo, I believe, is connected to the heart chakra. And so it's like, and this like lion in the image here, it holds like a rose in his mouth, almost to me it almost feels like romantic, you know? Roses are, in my mind, related to romance. And so it's almost like there may be strength in accepting those feelings. And maybe that's what's required of them. Maybe it's not repressing those feelings that needs that strength, but rather accessing those feelings, coming to terms with those feelings, feeling those feelings, and admitting them to themselves. The Five of Cups came out to clarify that Strength card, so it's like they feel very disappointed about something. If this has to do with, yeah, I feel like this, okay, so I feel like maybe that's the main storyline going on now, is that there is a sort of somebody above you, or somebody that feels like they have some sort of, and that's another thing too, is like maybe they just feel like they have some sort of power over you and they don't want to take advantage of that. Whether that's like maybe they're a little bit older than you, maybe they, I don't know, maybe they take on a role that is powerful in their own field. So even even if you're not in that same field, maybe they feel like there's certain parts of that role that they perform that would be a power imbalance, that they could potentially take advantage of the power that they have in that situation. That's very interesting. But it feels like they're disappointed. Like maybe they think that there's no hope for this connection. Because I'm really reading that Strength card as like heart, like feelings, romance, heart, feelings. And then the fact that that's followed by the, or clarified by the Five of Cups. That's interesting to me. The King of Cups again. Yeah. It's like this person. You know what? Before I say anything, I think I'm going to clarify that Five of Cups because I want to know why this person feels down and out, is kind of the energy I'm getting. Like, yeah, like there's no hope for something. But if, yeah, it feels like this person has a lot of feelings. So it's like, I don't know. Let's see. Can you clarify that Five of Cups energy for me, please, and thank you, Spirit? Two of Swords. They may have to make a decision. And that involves tapping into their intuition, their feelings. And that's probably not comfortable for them. It could be that they have two choices, maybe in romance. Not necessarily, though, because it is the Swords. Feels more like mental conflict. And maybe, I mean, it's possible that this person would have to choose you over the role that they have, like the career that they have, or the, if it is a conflict of interest within, you know, both of yours careers or whatever. But, so that could be a possibility. I'm also getting that, like, they're weighing like the pros, the cons to, like, if they wanted to open up their emotions, if they wanted this to go somewhere, they may be thinking about that a lot and sort of like going back and forth, like, should I risk the potential of a conflict of interest sort of situation, or should I be open, should I be open with somebody about my feelings, or should I keep them to myself? Is this something that I can repress? Is this something that I should let out there? It feels like that kind of like mental confusion and having to make a decision but not knowing which decision to make. And I'm wondering if that Five of Cups is indicating like one of those options leads to heartbreak for them. So yeah, if they repress those feelings, if they try to snuff out those feelings, it could hurt them a lot because it's not what their heart wants. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, Hangman again. That's interesting. So this person could be going through some sort of awakening, change of perspectives. Yeah, actually, that could be what changes this. Is like maybe they're seeing it through very limited perception, or like a limited perception, because like a lot of times when we are looking at a situation, we only have our perception of the situation to go off of most of the time. And so it's like it's so much easier to think that our perception of things is the whole reality of the situation, or all that is going on. But a lot of times we miss certain details. We don't know how other people are thinking, feeling. There is a bigger picture to a lot of things that is even beyond, like if it's two people, right, and they have some sort of connection, but if it's two people and they have a connection, there's even a bigger perspective that's beyond those two people's perceptions of that situation. It's kind of like, what is that saying where it's like something about like when like people in a relationship have a fight, there's like 3 points of view. That's, two of those are the people that are fighting, and then the third point of view is what truly happened or whatever. I think I've heard that somewhere before, but that's kind of the energy it's giving me. Is like even if they were both like the two people in a given situation were to be like honest with each other and share their feelings, and they could see all different types of obstacles that could be in the way. There may even be something in the bigger picture that would either help to remove those obstacles, or change their perception completely about like the bigger picture. So it's like there's a lot there. And I feel like maybe this person's trying to see the bigger picture. Maybe this person's trying to take a step back so they can see things a little bit more clearly, so that they're not just like controlled by their emotions and their thoughts and what they think is going on. Yeah, it's almost like they want the reality of the situation. They want to know. And yeah, it's like they could be stuck in their ego a little bit, and that's probably why they're like having a hard time making a decision. Because it feels almost like, yeah, the social implications of this match could be unfavorable. But if it's a mutual connection and there's no toxicity or what have you, I feel like there could be ways around. I don't know how to word this. This one's a difficult one for me to try and articulate. It's like for instance, if it is like sort of like a boss manager or whatever who's above you, who has feelings for you, and maybe you have feelings for this person back. Like maybe there's some sort of form that you can fill out, indicating that you two are in a relationship now, and you're both not going to take advantage of that while you're working in the same environment, and like sort of like a contract of sorts. So it's like it could even be something like that, where it's like maybe this person hasn't even thought of the possibility that it won't cause conflict, or they haven't thought of the fact that there may be ways around it to make it work, to make it something that is not unethical. And so yeah, I feel like they're having this huge shift in perspectives, and I think it comes from them taking a step outside their ego. And that's a whole nother thing too, is like we can feel a lot of fear about doing things before we even act upon them, because we're thinking of all the ways it could go wrong, right? And so it could be possible that this person's even overthinking, overestimating the overestimating the power dynamic, or the fact that this could go very wrong. It could be that they're like not, when they're in the ego, they're cutting themselves off from seeing the ways that this could work, the ways that you could work around those types of things, such as that contract. So it's like, yeah, it feels like this person's actively trying to work through those thoughts, feelings, all that. What else do you have for this strength card? Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, River Spirit. Oh, that breeze is nice. Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, River Spirit. Anything else for that strength card? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Anything else for that strength card? I feel like there... I was just about to say, I think that there is another message, so. That is interesting to me. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you what's going on here. King of Wands, Three of Cups, King of Cups. Okay, and this is all under the Strength card, huh? I might clarify that just to figure out who these two people are. It could be possible that this is all the same person, but I want to kind of double check. I'm almost feeling like a jealousy. I feel like you may have options here, and maybe they see you getting together with somebody. I believe that they were showing up earlier as the King of Cups. So maybe they're this person, and they see you kind of getting together with this person. and that could trigger them to act or something. Be honest with their emotions. It actually even looks like he's kind of glaring at the King of Wands, the way that his eyes are looking in this direction, and the King of Wands is just kind of minding his own business. That's so funny. Yeah, he's like side-eyeing that King of Wands. Okay, so I feel like somebody's getting jealous here. Also, bottom of the deck energy, it just so happens to be the Ten of Pentacles, which is insane. That's a lot of abundance, a lot of stability, like happy home, happy life kind of thing that this person could be picturing. Like you could literally fulfill this person. This is gonna sound a little bit questionable because you're supposed to complete and fulfill yourself more often than not, but it almost feels like this person may feel like you complete them. And to each their own. We all have different ways of going about things. But yeah, it's very possible that could be like their mind set or the way that they're thinking about this connection. Like the two of you could be a power couple, become super abundant and stuff. Okay, so let me clarify. Who's this King of Wands? Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay. I'm trying to determine if these were meant to come out in the reverse or not. You know what? I'm not sure, so I'm going to just ask the cards again. Who is this King of Wands? Please and thank you, Spirit. The World card. This is somebody very powerful who's completed something. They're ready to go on to the next phase of life, next level of commitment even. It just came to mind. Okay. Let me see what's at the bottom of the deck. Knight of Swords. Yeah, okay. So, this King of Wands, it's possible that this King of Wands just went through some sort of ending with somebody else and now wants to have a new beginning with you and is trying to come forward to express that to you, and quickly, with a lot of vigor, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement. Okay. Let me see who's this King of Cups, even though I'm pretty sure that's Judgment. Actually, if we're describing somebody that's in a position of power, the Judgment card could very well be indicating that. Because if you think about somebody that's able to make those final judgments, those big decisions and stuff, could very well be some sort of person in a position of power. And, the angel here is the one that gets to decide whether these people go to heaven or not. So, yeah, to be in that role would be very powerful. So it could very well be that this is some sort of person that's in a position of power. But with the Judgment card, I feel like comes like an exposing of the truth. Something about the reality of the situation. Because these people are naked, they're exposed. They're revealing something about themselves. Like they're being seen exactly as who they are. There's no hiding from the final judgment, And these are very powerful personalities. The fact that they're both clarified by major arcana, Honestly, that's kind of impressive, in my opinion, because it almost tells me like both of these people are not messing around. They seem like very serious types of people. Okay, now I think I'm going to clarify that Three of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Temperance card. Yeah, and if this King of Cups is somebody in a position of power, has feelings for you, wants to expose that to you, they may be wanting to like sort of change around the dynamic of your relationship. Like, especially if you're just like coworkers or something right now, they want to maybe start dating you or something. So it's like there is like a desire or a need to change something here. And it could very well be with like that exposing of their feelings and stuff. Let's clarify that Three of Cups, please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, River Spirit. Can you clarify that Three of Cups for me, please and thank you? Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, River Spirit. Page of Wands. That's some youthful optimism. The desire for growth. So that Two of Swords could even be indicating to you that you have a decision that you need to make. And the decision could have to do with two different options that are both really good options. And I feel like there's like a potential for growth with both of them. Okay, I'm just gonna say this because I feel like there's a message here. There's a potential that both of these people are in your friend group, because it almost feels like the three of you are kind of hanging out together. Or maybe they just like, both of these people know of each other and they both want to get together with you. And it could be like that sort of thing. But I feel like you feel pretty optimistic when it comes to these people. In the reading though, like the Page of Wands was facing towards the King of Cups, so that could be indicating, or that could be an indication of which way you're starting to favor. You may be more into the King of Cups than the King of Wands. Okay. And the Temperance card is again at the bottom of the deck. So there would be change that is necessary to make this work. And that could just be a changing of the dynamic. And also, like, there's cups involved with the Temperance card. So, it feels like there is emotion here. There's two cups as well pouring into each other. So it does feel like a little bit of back and forth, like equal exchange of emotions, feelings. So it could be possible that you're more into that King of Cups. I think I'm going to clarify the King of Wands a little bit further, like this World card. I think I'm going to clarify, because like, there could be another message related to that. So I kind of want to see if there's anything else attached to that. Please and thank you, River Spirit. Could you clarify that World card for the King of Wands? Please and thank you, Spirit. Can you clarify that World card for me? Please and thank you, River Spirit. Can you clarify that World card for me? Please and thank you, River Spirit. Ooh. Okay, that was that too many? Yeah, it was too many. Okay, just one card if you can. Okay, perfect. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. They see you as somebody that's super secure, kind, down to earth. So yeah, I feel like they want to move towards you. They closed out a cycle. They want to open a cycle with you because you seem so powerful, because you seem so kind, because you seem so stable and secure within yourself and abundant, There's also a feeling of like, I don't know, like it almost feels like you're kind of just doing your own thing, and maybe this person, this King of Wands, kind of comes out of nowhere and you're not really expecting it, because I feel like it's like you're kind of just doing your own thing, you're focusing on your own stuff, and then this person kind of comes out of the woodwork and is like, hey, and you may be a little bit surprised by that, or like not expecting it. Yeah. Let's clarify the Judgment card under the King of Cups. Please and thank you, River Spirit. Can you clarify that Judgment card? Please and thank you, Spirit. Ooh. The Star card. That's 2 major arcana, dude. I'm not gonna lie, this King of Cups seems to be making some good points. Sorry, I just gotta reposition. This is actually kind of poetic in a way. This is interesting. I'm sorry, my eyelash just keeps digging into my eyeball. Anyways. But like, just look at that. We got the King of Cups, the Judgment, and the Star. That's like very beautiful to me. Especially like, I don't know how to like even like word this, like put this into words. It almost feels like, I don't know, this feels so specific. I'll just share the story. Maybe somebody out there will relate. It's almost like if this is a person in power, you know, there's like a power dynamic going on there. And, you know, they're in some sort of role that's somebody that you should look up to. It's almost like protege is the word I'm looking for. It's almost like you're their of course I can't say it now. Protege, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Protege. I feel like they're proud of you. They're proud of who you're becoming, of what you're doing. They really admire you. I really like, it's like this, I'm like getting a vision. And it's like, okay, imagine that this angel is this King of Cups, right? And this angel here has a lot of power, is able to, you know, determine who's going to heaven or not. And like, so it's almost like even sort of like a almost godlike role. And so it feels like, and this is gonna sound crazy, but like it literally feels like they've decided to put you into the world as that sort of god role. They decided to like put you into the world because they know that you're gonna shine like a bright light, and you're gonna help not only yourself but the collective, and you're gonna heal, and you're gonna do so many wonderful things. And it's like, and this could actually just be spirit being proud of you too, I guess. Like this message that I'm getting could literally just be like spirit being like, you're rocking it, like keep doing what you're doing because I love what you're doing and I'm so proud of you. Because it's almost, yeah, it feels like, I don't, like this doesn't make any sense probably, but like it's just like such an intense like energy that I'm getting. And it's like somebody, and it could very well be spirit. Spirit had like a specific idea for you in mind when they put you on this earth. And this sounds so dramatic, but like, and you're like not only fulfilling that role that they intended you to be put into, but you're like exceeding their expectations almost. Like, and I feel like that's what this King of Cups also feels, is like you're just like mind-blowing, like, oh my gosh. And they do see you as like this divine being that was sent from heaven, literally, to like help the world or help the earth or like help the collective. Like, Like, you have such a huge purpose to you, and it doesn't go unnoticed by this King of Cups. Not at all. And I really do feel like if you two were to end up together in a relationship, this person would be, I feel like, would give you so many positive affirmations. You know, like, wow, like, you would be like, say you're like mulling over some ideas and you're like, so I was thinking about maybe making a YouTube channel, for example. And if this person was your partner, they would be like, oh my gosh, that's an amazing idea. You're perfect for YouTube. Oh my gosh, like, I can't wait to see what you come up with, and blah, 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 blah. I believe in you. Like, that kind of stuff. Because it's like they see you for the star that you are. They know the power that you contain. They know that you can do anything that you put your mind to and your heart to. And they see you for like being this beautiful person. And it's like, instead of that triggering jealousy within them, they have such a more evolved point of view of it, of like they're just lucky to be around you. They feel like just lucky to be around you. They feel lucky to even be a part of your life, let alone like a part of like a relationship with you or something like so close like that. Like, it feels like it would be like a dream come true. And so like, and that would kind of be, that would make sense why this person feels conflicted about opening up their feelings for you, because it's almost like it feels painful to have to hold back like what they feel, what they see in you. I feel like they like want to compliment you. They want to be there for you and stuff, and I feel like it almost pains them. And maybe that's what the 5 of Cups was saying earlier, is like it pains them to not share those emotions, to not open up to you and like tell you how wonderful you are, how they're so proud of you, how they've admired your growth or whatever. Like, oh my gosh. And not to say that that King of Wands isn't also like powerful and whatnot, but it feels like this King of Cups like sees you. And I don't know how else to say that other than that. Like, they don't, because I feel like so often too when it comes to relationships, sometimes we get into relationships with people and somebody may think that they want someone because of how bright they glow, how beautiful they are, how they have so many things going for them. But then the reality of that situation is it brings up that person's insecurities. They feel like they're not on your level. And so they feel intimidated and become jealous of that light that they once admired. And I don't feel like that's this person at all. Like, this King of Cups, though, the way that this person sees you is just like, ugh, divine, truly divine. And I don't sense that jealousy. It feels very much like removed from the ego. When they think about you and the things that you're accomplishing, they're just so incredibly proud of you. They just love everything that you do. They think that, like, I'm getting the message, everything you touch turns to gold. Like, you just have this power about you that they're in awe of. And it's not like, I feel like they'll never get that jealousy. They'll never start to resent you for that light, because they see that it's your purpose. They see that that is who you are, and that, I don't know, like, they just want to be there to support you, to help you, to even motivate you, inspire you in those moments where you need it. Like, this person feels like a real one, and a cheerleader. I feel like they're definitely going to be the type to cheer you on throughout everything that you go through, every idea that you ever have. Like, they're gonna be right there cheering you on, front row. 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, I think that this King of Cups is deciding probably that it's now or never, which that might be a little dramatic, but maybe not. Maybe this person sees that you have options and this person wants to take us, like, you know, step up to the plate before somebody else does. Yeah, and especially with like the radiance that you exude, I feel like you definitely are attracting multiple people. And that's probably a real fear of this for this person, is like, I might miss my opportunity to, one, express these feelings, and two, to see if this can go anywhere. And so it's like they feel this need to act now, or just like share these like feelings with you now. It feels very much like now is the right time to do this, to expose this, to share this with you. Okay, let's move on to that Five of Pentacles. Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, River Spirit. What do you have for that Five of Pentacles? Please and thank you. What do you have for that Five of Pentacles? Please and thank you. Excuse me, I don't know where that came from. I'm not even that tired today. Well, actually, I was kind of tired before I left, but anyways. So that Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Swords. Let's see. Bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. This is interesting to me, because it feels very much like a feeling of lack. That Five of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands being like, I've been hurt. I'm building up this wall. This wall is an obstacle. Eight of Swords, like overthinking. This situation is impossible to get out of. Even though it's possible to get out of that situation, it just feels like it is impossible to get out of. I might clarify to see who this is representing. I'm almost feeling, if this is your person, or maybe that King of Cups, maybe they think that they are lacking and they need to step into this King of Pentacles role in order to be your proper match, because you're so secure and on top of things and stable, mature, grounded. Oh yeah, you were represented earlier by the Queen of Pentacles with that King of Wands. So it could even have to do with the King of Wands there, who needs to step into this King of Pentacles role. Okay, who is this? Please and thank you, Spirit. This Five of Pentacles? Whose energy is this? Please and thank you. Please and thank you, River Spirit. Whose energy is this Five of Pentacles representing? Please and thank you. Yeah, who is this overthinking? Please and thank you. Who is this person that's feeling down and out like this? Please and thank you. Eight of Pentacles. So double confirmation for Eight of Pentacles. We had that earlier that we clarified. So somebody's actively trying to get over this. It's clearly somebody that is a hard worker. Somebody's willing to put in the work to overcome these obstacles, challenges that they're battling. The feeling of feeling like they don't have enough. The feeling of like they can't get over their past wounds. The feeling of like being in a situation that's inescapable. There's no way out, even though that's just their fear and their overthinking talking. But it's like they're willing to put in the work to overcome these things. This is somebody that's a very hard worker. And it could have to do with the workplace as well. So this could be related to the King of Cups person. Maybe this is all going on in the background, but they're trying really hard to get over it. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups. So yeah, I'm honestly getting that this literally could be the King of Cups. because it's like the reason why they're even trying to get over all this baggage that they're carrying around is because they see this 10 of Cups with you. Happily ever after. Like they see a home with you, a family with you, and just so much emotional fulfillment. Like you would, I'm getting every day would be a blessing with you. You know, it's like just because they get to wake up next to you would be all the reason that they need in the world to feel blessed and to feel happy and to feel fulfilled. And so that's why they're putting in this work to overcome this baggage that they're carrying around, these obstacles. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good for that. I'm going to clarify now that 9 of Swords in the reverse. I feel like that's a positive sign, but let's see. Let's see before I say anything, Poseidon. Please and thank you, River Spirit. What do you have for that? 9 of Swords in the reverse. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune, divine timing is at play. The divine also could be speaking to this person. And that could be encouraging them to step out of that time of overthinking, of anxiety, of carrying around that baggage. The divine could be telling them to let that go because it's not serving them. It's not serving them. And it's not going to bring them any closer to you if they keep overthinking everything and being anxious about this attachment rather than looking at the bright side. Okay, I'm going to definitely clarify that, I think, but let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. 4 of Cups. What is that trying to say? I'm getting that, well, there's a few different things I'm getting from this. One, they may need to reject somebody to have a connection with you. 2, what they've been wishing for could be in the form or could come into their life in a way that they didn't expect, that they didn't anticipate. Because it's like, I've heard this be referred to, like this card as like, there's like a story behind it of like this guy asked for or wished for a cake. And what he doesn't realize is each of these cups is containing the ingredients for that cake. And so if he just used them and put them all together, he would have the cake that he wished for. But because it's not the physical form of the cake, he thinks it's not worth it and that it's not what he wants and it's not what he wished for. And so if this person has wished for their soulmate, their, partner in life and stuff, oh my gosh. Big butterfly, yellow, looked like a yellow monarch butterfly, I think. That was pretty. Anyways. But it feels like, yeah, it could very well be like that they've been stressing about the way that this came about and like this isn't what they pictured in their mind when it came to like having a soulmate or a soulmate coming into their life is like, yeah, especially if this person is in a position of power, they're like, I didn't think I would ever meet my soulmate as somebody that was in a role that was below me or in a position that I have power over. Like they didn't think that they were going to meet their soulmate this way. But like now they have, and so they have to like kind of put together the pieces and be like, how do I make this work, and like even, or how do I even adapt to it, you know? Because it's like that's a big part of it, I feel like. Because it's like the divine is giving them their wish fulfillment. They've been probably wanting this connection for a long time, but they didn't realize the form it would take, you know? And the fact that because of the form that it's taking, which could be a sort of like power imbalance or dynamic or whatever, it has like, there's like details that they need to consider that they didn't consider when they wished for it, you know? And so maybe this is really a challenge for them to show them how they can adapt to these things, how they can move themselves to accept the fact that, you know, they have the ingredients for the cake, but not the cake itself, you know? It's like if they just use what they have at their disposal, they can figure out how to make this work. But it's just going to take some creativity. It's going to take some adaptability, truly. Yeah. I'm going to clarify that Wheel of Fortune. Using thank you. Thank you. So the Justice card popped out. It did pop out in the reverse though. So that makes me think maybe it was supposed to come out that way. With the Justice card being in the reverse, it could very well be indicating that this person feels like there's a lack of balance. Well, actually, this is kind of telling me a few different things. So I'm kind of going back to like that feeling of like having to adapt, right? Because it's a situation that they didn't think was going to show up in that specific way, and so they have to adapt to it. And so this Justice in the reverse could be indicating that they feel like a certain unfairness to it, potentially. There could even feel like, you know, like a sense of potentially even resentment of like, why did it have to happen this way? Why couldn't it have been easier? Why couldn't it have been, you know, somebody I met outside of work? Why did it have to take place in the workplace? You know, like all that kind of stuff. And so that could be a part of it. But I'm also getting that this could represent their fears, the fact that they would have to expose a truth or communicate something, that they have to balance the scales here between this connection with you. And that would probably be through exposing their truth here, which is their feelings, the communication that is sharing their feelings with you. And it's like this can very well happen, but they have to get over that fear of communicating, of sharing the truth, of balancing those scales. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Four of Pentacles. So yeah, actually that fear, and even actually both of those messages could apply with the Four of Pentacles, because it's like telling me that they've grown a certain sense of comfort to something in their life. And I don't think it's really serving them. I don't think that it's anything that's super healthy, because I like to like sort of describe the Four of Pentacles as like somebody that's holding on to something that is way past its expiration date. So whether this is another commitment, whether this is, sorry, little guy. Mind? There we go. But yeah, like it's like a situation that is not truly comfortable, but they've grown comfortable with it because it's sort of what they're used to. And so that could be the role that they're in their career. That could be some sort of connection that they're already in or were in. So going back to the Justice card in the reverse, I was sharing that they could be afraid of like having to communicate their feelings, having to tell the truth, to balance out those scales between the two of you. That could be very well be a part of that fear, is that they've grown comfortable with something, and that could be the role that they have in their career. They could like, or the way that they're being perceived within that career. And then the other part of it was that they feel like a certain sense of unfairness, like why did it have to happen this way? And then the Four of Pentacles is saying like, because the reason that they're saying like, oh, why did it have to happen this way, is because they feel so connected to or comfortable with being uncomfortable, or comfortable with something that's way past its expiration date, like something that's not really serving them. They just feel the need to hold on to it because maybe a mentality of lack, like a lack mindset. Like nothing, they thought maybe for a long time that nothing better was going to come along, so they just got used to whatever was going on. And now that something better has come along, it's like they're afraid to let go of what is no longer serving them. Yeah, and it feels like they tried to cut themselves off, like emotionally, spiritually, from the connection, because it's like, it's not easy. It's not comfortable in the way that they expected it to be. I'm going to clarify that Justice card in the reverse, see if there's any other, yeah, we'll see if there's any other messages for the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Please and thank you. Ace of Wands. They cannot deny the attraction that they feel towards you. That's for sure. I almost feel this sense of like something's got to give here. Like, they can try to repress their feelings. They can try to say that those feelings don't exist and that they don't have to make any decision, and they can just chill in this space of like, okay, and this ant is like crawling all the way up my body. Buddy, can you go somewhere else, please? Thank you. Thank you. Tickles. Anyways, oh, Temperance is at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so it's like they're deciding. I'm also getting with this Ace of Wands that like maybe they're thinking, I almost feel like maybe they for a long time were not doing things because of others, or like how other people would respond, how other people would perceive things, the fact that it may hurt somebody else's feelings or something, always thinking about other people. And it's like maybe they're finally accepting that my feelings matter, my happiness matters, my passion for this other person matters. And so maybe they're choosing themselves for once, they're choosing this connection, this happiness that they feel with you, even though it's like, not what they expected or in the form that they expected. Even though it may be a little bit difficult at first, it's like it's worth it. And maybe they see like how loving, how healing this could be for the both of you. How enlightening this connection could be as well. It feels like there's many benefits to this happening. It's just a matter of them kind of opening their mind to those things. That could be also a part of this, is like they need to open their mind a little bit more, widen their perception. Because it's like they could be missing details. They could be missing, the endless possibilities of how it could work out instead of how it wouldn't work out, Anything else about that Nine of Swords, please and thank you, in the reverse? Please and thank you, Reverse Spirit. Anything else about that Nine of Swords in the reverse, please and thank you? Anything else about that Nine of Swords in the reverse, please and thank you? Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my gosh, Spirit is so ridiculous. I love them. Okay. I kind of want to just like build up the anticipation for what just came out. The Fool card. They have to trust. They have to trust that Spirit knows what's best. Spirit will support them when it comes to making this decision of a new start. That this is blessed. That this is even like their purpose. Their like part of their path, part of their purpose in life. There needs to be a certain amount of trust for like the unknown, trust for the unseen. Because the Fool is about to like walk off this cliff. He's not even looking where he's going because he trusts that Spirit has his back and that he won't fall and that he won't hurt himself. There's also the white rose, the pup. That's like innocence, purity, loyalty as well with that dog. Yeah, so I feel like Spirit is really calling this person to embody the Fool, you know? To open themselves to this new beginning that is like meant for them. They got to trust that the divine has their back, that they will be supported, that this will go as it should, you know, as it's meant to, and very positively. The golden background indicates that there's a happiness about this card, you know? So it's like positive. It feels very much like once they choose themselves in their own happiness and they stop considering what everybody else is going to say, how everybody else is going to feel about it. It's like once they embody that, like, I'm going to choose this because it is what's meant for me. It may not be easy at first. It may come with certain challenges, obstacles, whatever, but it's like it's meant to happen. And they get like this complete shift in perspective of like becoming more optimistic, going for it, acting upon this. They want this beginning with you. And they're starting to see about, yeah, it's like they're growing that optimism of like, now they're starting to see all of the ways that this could work out. They're picturing the future that the two of you could have together. And again, yeah, actually true. Like, the fact that he's even on a cliff shows that he has a different perspective of things, right? Because like where I am sitting right now, I have a very limited perception, but if I was like, I don't know, in the sky or like on a hill somewhere or like a mountain, I'd be able to see so much more, right? So it's like this, they're starting, yeah, they're seeing the true potential here, the true possibilities. They're seeing the bigger picture. And I think the divine is helping them to see that bigger picture. Helping them to embody this pure soul, this yeah, it's like pure intentions, like just being optimistic, trusting blindly into something that can be so scary, but it's like it's gonna be worth it. The payoff is worth it. And obviously, the Tower card at the bottom of the deck, which the Tower card can look so scary, it looks so scary. But the Tower card is honestly, those Tower moments are so necessary to take place for our growth, for our development, for our evolution in our lives, our spiritual journeys. Like, it's so necessary, those moments, even if they do shake up our lives, even if it comes in a form that we weren't expecting, even if in the moment we don't see what good could come about a situation, there's a reason for it. There's a reason that this happened. This needed to take place. So yeah, it's like the inevitable that it's going to shake things up. It's going to be difficult at first. But it's like, again, that Fool card is telling me it's worth it. This new beginning is so worth any sort of challenges, obstacles, chaos, you know? And I feel like it's really just the beginning part that's going to be difficult. It feels like once the two of you actually become or come together and share each other, you know, the emotions, the feelings and stuff, it feels very much like it's just the beginning that's difficult. The rest is going to be smooth sailing. And maybe that's what this person is realizing. Like it's really just the beginning steps of it that are going to be difficult. It's not you that's going to be difficult. It's not the connection that's going to be difficult. You know, it's not going to be other types of things that within the relationship that are going to be difficult. It's really going to just be other people's perceptions and the outside external factors and obstacles. It's not their feelings that are causing the obstacles. It's not their you know, I don't know what else, but like, you know, it's not their, the obstacles are not going to be there forever, pretty much. And the tower falls apart because it's meant to. It was not built on a stable foundation. So when this storm happens, it crumbles so that it can be rebuilt. I don't know why that slid. Ace of Pentacles underneath. New beginnings. Instability. Yeah, that's like starting over. Like once this crumbles to the ground, they got to start over, right? So it really does feel like whatever this is causing, whether it's like a breakup, you know, maybe this person had a connection and they have to break up with that partner because the reality is it wasn't built on a stable foundation. They got to start over because that's what's meant for them. Or, you know, whether it's, you know, the role that they are in and their perception within that role that they embody, you know, maybe it's built off of something that's not that solid. So it needs to fall apart so that something better, stronger can be built in its place. So it's like it's necessary for this person's path, for this person's development, for this person's spiritual journey. Yeah, it's like it's going to be chaotic at first, but it will settle. And you will build together, and you'll build something very beautiful. And it's worth it. That's so pretty. I love that message so much. I feel like this reading's probably a little bit long, but whatever. It's just you and me, right? It's a little bit of a long reading when it's between friends, right? So this Seven of Wands kept trying to slide off and show me the Three of Swords underneath. Okay, now that's trying to slide off. 10 of Cups. Yeah. So the Seven of Wands is about wanting success. There may be obstacles. It may feel like a losing battle. But as long as you believe in yourself, as long as you believe that things are going to work out exactly as they're supposed to, you let go of like that need to control the situation and just trust, that's when you have success. And so there could be, you know, a third party. There may have to do with like heartbreak there. Or they've been hurt a lot in the past and that causes a lot of obstacles for them. It feels tangled and stuff. But again, it's worth it because this 10 of Cups is their happily ever after with you. They see just how fulfilling this could be, just how wonderful, how it could go beyond their wildest dreams, the potential of this connection. So it's worth the risk of that pain. It's worth fighting for. Wow. This person is shifting in insane ways, but beautiful and necessary ways. Like it feels very much along the path that the divine has chosen for them. I feel like this person is making those more enlightened decisions. It's just, oh my gosh, I can't get over how beautiful this reading is. I hope that my phone is still recording. I hope it didn't die. I'm pretty sure it was mostly charged when I left, but who knows? It loves to die all the time. We'll see. But yeah, so that's the reading. I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. I know I did. I really liked this a lot. And if it resonated at all, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you can become a part of the Hive Collective, because my name is Bee. Bees live in hives, and you can become an honorary bee like me, and we could be a little bee family together. So thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you. Also, if you would like to see my upcoming videos in the future, be sure to click that bell icon down below so that YouTube actually notifies you. Yeah, so thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!